Hi everybody, how are you doing? So today I am coming back to you and I'm going to try and do a fairly quick review, but a fairly in-depth kind of review on the new Tarteist Pro To Go palette. I realized that not a lot of people on YouTube have done any type of review on this. I did see obviously the Pro palettes in Sephora. I've heard mixed reviews on that one. I prefer these mini palettes because I like just having a palette that is just going to give me like one look, easy, fast, because in the morning I don't have time to do full on makeup. So just a little bit about this palette. It was $23. I got it from Ulta, and I do have some information about it from the Tarte website, so let's read what it says it is. Like I said, this is $23. You can get it on the Tarte website. You can get it, I believe it's Sephora, and you can get it at Ulta. I got it at Ulta. So this just says, you know, take on the go. It is the Amazonian clay formula, the same as the majority of their eyeshadows. It includes 4 long-wearing matte and metallic eyeshadows infused with Amazonian clay for smooth blending and flake-resistant wear. Pro 2 iridescent lustres with micro shimmer duochrome formula. Deeply concentrated mineral pigments with a smart blend technology give you the even intense payoff as the original Tarteist Pro palette with new natural artsy shades for complete shadow. Okay. It's travel friendly. It's essentially what they're saying. And they're just saying it's a mini version. So you have the color Drive, and I'm going to swatch all these for you guys. Drive, which they are calling a nude. Stylin' is brown. Boss is bronze. Hype is gold. Crisp is a chestnut color, and Dominate is shimmering raspberry. So in comparison to my other mini Tarte palette, so this is the Tartelette Tease, this is the Tarteist Pro To Go. I do like the packaging. It does have a very secure flap, so you're not gonna, see, it's just kind of like, eating your face. So this is what this one looks like, and then also just to compare it to the Tartelette Tease, if I can get it all the way open, it's about the same size. They both open the same way. Both of them have 6 colors in them, and except this one has the duochrome like they said. This one is a matte and shimmer combination, so this one is, I believe, $21, and you can get it in like the travel section at Sephora. I do like that one. It has the neutral colors that I use pretty much every day. Same thing, class. That's not what this video is about. Just to give you an idea, it does come with a mirror, and then this is what they look like. If you are wondering, they are the same size as the Tartelette Tease palette. They're I believe it's 0.03 ounces per each shadow, and then, so, Amazonian clay, fallout, warning, fallout. Anyway, so just to get into the palette. So these are the colors that we have. We have Drive, Stylin', Boss, Hype, Crisp, and Dominate. So these 2 are the duochromes. You have, it pretty much looks like 3 matte shadows. So this one, and this one are matte shadows. This is a shimmer shadow, and these are the duochrome shadows. So I'm wearing them on my eyes today. I just honestly, guys, I'm not like future best makeup artist ever. So I did a very simple look because I'm not doing anything today, as you can tell by my hair. What's up? I picked this up because I like to have, like I said, the convenience of the mini palette. I can't say anything about the Tarteist Pro palette because I haven't swatched it. I saw it in store, didn't call my name. These call my name because they're mini, they're easy. I get my look out of it, I'm done, but I was interested by the duochrome, so I'm just going to swatch these ones for you, and you guys can judge for yourself. Now, when I applied it, I didn't have any issue applying them. I think that they actually went on pretty well. They blended out pretty well. I used probably about three 3 of the colors. One downside, which is what I'm going to get into last, one downside is that there really is no highlighting shade for underneath your eye, or for like an inner crease. You don't get a highlighting shade on this one, so I had to go back into my Tarteist teas to get a highlighting shade. But I did use one for the base, one for the crease, and then one I put a little bit right here. So let's just swatch. How I'm going to swatch these is I'm going to start by just doing these 4 because I want to do the duochromes together. So the first one we're going to do is Drive. I have to clean it, guys, I'm so OCD. We're gonna go Drive, Stylin', Hype, and Crisp. So let's start with Drive. They feel really nice, guys. I mean, hopefully this will pick up enough. It's not that patchy. That's the first one. That is Drive. Stylin' is like a chestnut brown. I can tell you that it is very pigmented, and it's not really that patchy, as you guys can tell. I didn't have any issue really with rubbing either. Hype is one of their shimmer colors. So this is Hype. This is their gold color. There is, like I said, a lot of fallout, as you guys can see right here. There's just so much extra, it's ridiculous, but it is a really pretty gold color. I'm not mad at it. So this last one is Crisp, and it's like a brownish, burnt-ish color. So you're pretty much getting the same type of shades in this. So those are the 4 regular ones. Those are the 4 that are like the normal ones. So we have the duochromes. Now, I have the love-hate relationship with the duochromes, guys. They are very pretty. They are. But if you take a brush to it like I did on Boss right here, if you take a brush to it, it is going to fall out. And it's honestly, it's just so much easier to unhygienically put your finger in and do it and put it on your eye, because you get more payoff if you use your finger as opposed to using a brush, because I had to go in maybe 2 or 3 times with the brush to even get some sort of payoff just right here as a little bit of like pop of shimmer color or whatever. So let's see, let's do Boss, and let's find a finger that I haven't used yet. So we're going to use the pinky, and like I said, guys, you really have to get in there. I mean, you can tell it's very pretty. Let's find empty space on me. So you are getting payoff. Now, like I said, that's a finger swatch. I'm going to tell you that, and unfortunately I can't do a brush swatch because I'm cleaning all my brushes right now. The brush is not going to pick up the product as much as your finger would. So if you're going to use that as a pop of color, I would just highly recommend dipping your finger in, clean finger, dipping your finger into it and just patting it wherever you need it, because you're going to get so much more payoff that way. And I mean, you can tell if you look. I'm going to give you guys probably the best light possible right now. So it's very pretty. It's very chrome, duochrome. You get a lot of payoff. It's a little more intense than this one, and then you have your mattes, but it is a pretty color. And the last color, which is a color that is very similar to an Urban Decay color that I have, that they just came out with, and I have it in the mini palette that I got for these 400 or 500 points. This one's Dominate. I haven't used this one because I'm a little scared to use colors like this. Pretty duochromy, you guys can see it obviously. Let's just go all the way down here. They're not patchy, they are pretty. It is like a raspberry color. I can imagine that this would be absolutely gorgeous. So I mean, this isn't really the best representation, but here we go. I mean, this is essentially the palette. You're gonna get pretty much, it's kind of all the same shade family, which I like. They're all browns, reds, gold, kind of warmy colors. I don't really usually wear warm colors, which is why I picked this up. And I will tell you that that is probably the only reason why I picked this up. Because the one biggest downfall, like I said, with this palette is that, not the price isn't terrible, the shadows aren't terrible, I like the colors. This does not have a highlighting shade, and it's really irritating because then I have to like go and find another one, and I don't see why they couldn't have popped out maybe one of them, or I don't know, something, and put in a lighter shade, because none of these shades, even though like this one is going to show up light on camera, this is the gold one, are highlighting shades. It is what it is. Altogether, like I said, I cannot comment on the Tarteist Pro palette. I can just comment on the Pro To Go palette. Will I be using this? Absolutely. I like the formula. It has this like vanilla smell to it. The formula itself on the eyes, I haven't had an issue with it. You know, like I have to constantly go over it. It hasn't been patchy. It's gone on nicely. I don't have an issue with Tarte eyeshadows. I know a lot of people do. I like them. If you don't, then I wouldn't go for this, but I do think that Tarte, this would be like a great warm palette for me. If there was some sort of highlighting shade, guys. By the way, it does get dirty. This one gets dirty too, but it doesn't get as dirty as this one. And this one is a little bit bigger than this one. So that is the Tarteist Pro To Go. If you guys like this video, just give it a thumbs up, and I hope that you guys have a fantastic weekend. Bye!